What is up, guys? We are back with another Lorcana video, and today we're going to be taking on Ursula from Illumineer's quest, A Deep Trouble, but this time we're going to be facing her on normal mode right here. And I've been playing some more Lorcana with some friends, and we did some PvP. So I've broken down the starter deck that came with the Ursula expansion, and we got a budget deck here that centers around this Mickey Mouse card right here, the Wayward Sorcerer, where you can pay one less cost to play Broom characters, and whenever one of your Broom characters is banished in a challenge, you may return this card to your hand, or that card to your hand. So that is a huge card for all the Brooms that came in this expansion, and I have like a huge Broom deck here that we're going to try to take on against Ursula. And we also have Yen Sid here, which is a big card in that deck, because whenever you play him, if you have a Magic Broom, you can draw a card, and then while you have two or more Broom cards in play, he gets plus two more quests, so he can quest for 3, which is crazy good. And we also have the Sorcerer's Tower here, which is a location, and all your characters named the Broom can move here for free, and every character at this location gets +1 quest. So this is a really good card to try to get a lot of quests really quickly, and I think that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to push and try to get our quest here to, or our lore, I mean, to 20 as soon as possible, because if we hit 20, then we win the game. For Ursula, if she hits 40, then she'll win the game. So we want to try to beat her and get as much lore as possible. And yeah, that's kind of the deck here. This is a PvP deck, and I'm not sure exactly how that will work against Ursula, if it's like the same thing or if there would be some different stuff that's going on. But yeah, we will try it here and see how it goes. So I'm going to read aloud all the player abilities for normal mode. So for normal, we're going to be using a Dark Realm as a battleground. And then the player abilities is we can spend 1 lore for a chosen character to get +2 attack. We can spend 2 of our lore for a chosen character to gain resist 1 until the start of your next turn. Or we can spend 3 lore, and then every player except Ursula is going to draw a card. So we can spend our lore points here to get those effects once per phase. We only get the specific ability once per phase, but we can use all the different abilities if we pay for it all per turn, I mean. And then yeah, we face Ursula some more in co-op, in a multiplayer, and we did her on easy mode, and I still have never defeated her on easy mode in co-op. I mean, she is super duper hard. I think she's a lot more difficult in multiplayer than in solo. And in that solo game where I took her down, I think I got super duper lucky as well. So I'm not sure here if we're gonna be able to take her on a normal, but we're gonna try here. Let's see what happens. So I got our deck shuffled up, and for Ursula setup, she does have that trident that starts off in the game. So let's find that and put it into play. Let me see. So Ursula's gonna start off with her. That's not it. With her Ursula stolen trident, and then we're gonna shuffle up the scenario deck. And since we are playing solo, Ursula's gonna have a draw of 2 right here. But whenever she hits 20 lore, the draw is gonna go up to 3. So hopefully we can try to do something before that happens. Okay. So Ursula's always gonna take the first turn against the players. So let's start her off. First, she's gonna ready up all of her cards. Everything's already ready. And then set. That's gonna be the start turn effects. There are none. Resolve the row. So Ursula's Stolen Trident is going to exert to gain 1 lore. So she goes from 0 up to 1. Then Ursula's going to draw. So 1 at a time, she can draw her cards. She has a hand size of 2. So she's going to draw 2 cards here. So we're going to do them 1 at a time. And then we're going to review all the cards here. So first one is 5 cost Typhoon. So this is 5 cost. She has 0 ink in her ink wall. So this just gets placed face down into the ink wall. And her last card here is Riptide, which is 6 cost, and Ursula cannot pay for it, so that goes into Inkwell as well. So we're doing good so far. Everything whiffed. Okay, so player's turn. We're going to draw up to our hand size here of 7. We're going to do our mulligans. Oh, we got 2 Yen Sid here, which is really, really good. 5, 6, and we got a Broom, a 1 cost Broom. Okay, this is a really, really good hand. We want to keep, then we keep both the Yen Sids here with the Broom. I want this Broom too. We're going to keep Hey so we can ink it. So we're going to mulligan 1 card, this Mickey Mouse right here. And a huge shout out to Professor Kid, who commented in my last Lorcana video. He told me how I was doing mulligans wrong. So the way to do mulligans in Lorcana is You pick all the cards you want to mulligan, you put it at the bottom of your deck, and you draw back up to your hand size. So currently we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, so we're gonna draw back up to 7, so we're just drawing one more card here. And then after we do that, we're gonna shuffle up our deck again. All right. So let's start our turn. So since Ursula took the first turn, we aren't the first player, so we can draw a card when our turn begins. Okay, this looks really good. So we got the 1 cost broom that we can get out here. I think we just play our broom. So we're going to ink Hey A here, and then we're going to exert 1 ink, so we can play a 1 cost broom right here. And since the ink is drying on this broom, it cannot activate or do anything right now. That's gonna end our turn. So we're gonna pass it over to Ursula now. So Ursula's turn, she's gonna ready up all of her cards. Set effects happen, there are none. Resolve the row, exert the trident, she gets 1 lore, goes up to 2, and then she's gonna draw 2 cards now. So 1, 2. First one is Jafar, who's 7 cost, he goes into an inkwell. Then we got Fortunate Hit, so it's a 0 cost. It says the opposing players together choose one of your items and banish it, and luckily we have no items in play, so that doesn't do anything. So this goes into the discard here as action, and then it's back to our turn. Okay, so when the player turn begins, we write up all our cards, we draw a card, we got another broom. Okay, so we definitely want to get Yen Sid down. This broom has, I think we can put down our new broom. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and ink this 3 cost Magic Broom. Then we're going to use 2 ink here, exert 2 of them, so we can play Yen Sid, who is 2 cost. So Yen Sid is, he has 1 attack, 3 life, and I forgot to say the Magic Broom here has 1 attack, 2 life, and its effect is whenever you play another character, you may banish this character to draw a card, which we're not going to do right now. But Yen Sid says whenever you play this character, if you have a character named Magic Broom, which we do, you can draw a card. So we're going to draw a card here with his effect. And then he also says when you have 2 or more broom characters in play, he gets +2 lore, in addition to his 1 lore. So yeah, we don't have that currently, but he's still drawing with his ink, so he can't do anything. But this broom can now quest for 1, so we get 1 lore. That brings from 0 up to 1. That's gonna end our turn, so we're gonna pass it over to Ursula. So she's going to ready, set start turn effects happen. There are none. Resolve the row, exert the trident. She gets 1 lore, goes up to 3, and then she's gonna draw 2 cards. I have a bad feeling about this. So first card is going to be Typhoon. It's a 5 cost. It goes into the inkwell because she can't pay for it. And she got 2 costs here. So Ursula can pay for this card in the inkwell. So Tentacle Swipe says, deal 1 damage to each opposing character. Then put this card face down into your inkwell. So it goes into the inkwell. And then we do 1 damage to each opposing character. Okay, so that's okay because they're all still alive. Back to our turn. We're going to ready up. And then we're going to draw a card. Got a Mickey here. We definitely want to get a broom down, because if we get a broom down, then Yen Sid gets +2 lore. He hasn't played anyone. So then we actually get Strength of Raging Fire. So let's ink Strength of a Raging Fire here, and we're going to exert 3. 1, 2, 3. So we can get down or we only need to exert 2. Sorry about that. So we're going to exert 2 cards here because this broom's only 2 costs, so we can play this broom. And then this broom is dry inking, but Yen Sid says if you have 2 or more broom cards in play, he gets +2 lore or +2 quests. So he's going to quest here for 3 now in addition to his 1 quest. So that'll bring us from 1 up to 4. And we're going to have this broom also quest for 1, so that brings from 4 up to 5. And then, do we want to spend... Yeah, let's go ahead and use this player ability right here. We can spend 3 lore. So we're going to drop from 5 down to 2. So every player except Ursula can draw a card. So let's get another card here. We got another broom. Okay, we want that Mickey, the Wayward Sorcerer, but we aren't getting him right now. But we can draw more next turn. Okay, so it is Ursula's turn. Ready up. Start turn effects happen. There are none. Resolve the row. Trident gets 1 lore, goes up to 4, and then she's going to draw 2. First card is Captain Hook, and she does have 5 in her inkwell, so the 5 cost Captain Hook comes into play. He will quest for 2. Well, he doesn't quest right now, but he has a quest of 2, and he has 7 attack and 4 life. So he's going to be really hard to take down. And we got Choppy Waters. Do 2 damage to the highest cost character each opposing player has in play. And if there's a tie, we can choose. So 3 cost she can't pay for it. 2 damage we can choose because Yen says 2 cost. Magic Broom is 2. Let's put 2 damage on the Magic Broom here. Because Yen said would get defeated if we do that to him. Okay. And that's going to end Ursula's turn. So it's back to our turn. Let's ready up. Let's draw a card. We want that Mickey. Okay, we didn't get the right Mickey. Okay, I think we inked this new Mickey here. Actually, before we do that, let's play Yen Sid. So we're going to exert 2, and we're going to get another copy of Yen Sid here down. So since there is a broom in play, when we play Yen Sid, we can draw a card. Okay, we got another broom. I think we ink the Mickey and just play another broom. Yeah, so we're going to ink this Mickey right here and exert 2 so we can play another broom. And then currently Yen Sid and this broom are drying, but everyone else can use their effects. So let's exert this broom to get 1 lore. We go from 2 up to 3. Exert Yen Sid. He's going to have +2 lore, so he's questing for 3. That brings from 3 up to 6. And then this broom's going to quest for 1. That brings from 6 up to 7. All right. And then should we spend some points to draw a card here? How much can we quest for next turn? We could do, so we play down our tower. All the brooms can move it for free, and they get +1 more quest. So we get down to tower, we can move 1 Yen Sid there. So we could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We could actually win next turn if he doesn't destroy our field. Or if Ursula doesn't destroy our field, I mean. Okay, let's try it. So we're just gonna keep everything here. We're not gonna use a card draw, and we're gonna end our turn here. So we're gonna pass it over to Ursula. She is going to write up all of her cards. Then set effects happen. There are none. The Trident, exert it. She gets 1 lore. Goes to 4 to 5, and exert Captain Hook. She gets 2 lore because he's questing here for 2. Goes to 5 to 7. Then she's gonna draw 2 cards here. So 1, 2. First one we got Gaston. But when you play this character, deal 4 damage to the opposing character with the lowest cost. So 4 damage to the opposing character with the lowest cost. So it's going to be the 1 cost broom here. So it's going to take 4. It gets knocked out. And then we can't win this next turn anymore because of that. And he's inactivated right now. He's just 2 cost, 2 attack, 4 life, and he will quest for 1 whenever he does quest. Then we got Ursula's Contract. So it is a item here, 0 cost. It comes into play. Opposing players cannot use the background abilities while this item is in play. At the start of Ursula's next turn, we banish this item, and then she gets 3 lore. Okay, so that's okay. So it's back to our turn. We're going to ready back up. We will still be able to get a lot of lore right here. And then we can draw a card. Got Elsa. I think we can make a huge push here. Yeah, we definitely... Or I think we take the card draw here. Because Yen Sid's questing for so much. We should still be able to win next turn. I don't want to play the Sorcerer's Tower because Ursula has ways to get rid of locations. So it could be bad for us. And I don't think we need that much lore right now. Okay, let's go ahead and have the Yen Sid here quest for 3 because there's 2 brooms in play. So we go from 7 up to 10. Then let's have this broom quest here for 1. So we go from 10 up to 11. This Yen Sid's going to quest for 3 as well. So we go from 11 up to 14. And this broom is going to quest for 1. So that brings us from 14 up to 15. And I don't know if I said correct. This Yen Sid's questing for 3. So we're up to 15 lore here. And then we could... So we play the Mickey. He doesn't kill anyone. We could play a broom and rush, which could kill Captain Hook. But does it do anything for us right now? I'm not sure. It would be better we could kill Gaston, keep the broom in play. I think let's get rid of the Captain Hook here. And just to prevent her from getting more lore. So we're going to... Let's ink Elsa right here. And then we're going to exert 5 ink. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can play this 5 cost Magic Broom. And then even though the ink is drying on it, it has rush. So this character can challenge the turn that it's played. We're going to swing for 4 to take out Captain Hook, who quests for 2. And Captain Hook is going to hit back for 7 because it's a challenge, which will knock out this broom. Okay. And then that is going to end our turn. So it's back to Ursula's turn now. So she readies up all of her cards. Then set is a start turn effects. So Ursula's contract gets discarded here. And she gets 3 lore. So you're going to 7 up to 10. And I forgot, we couldn't have used the background abilities anyways because the contract was in play. But now it's gone. And then she's going to resolve the row. So 1 lore. And then Gaston's going to quest for 1. So it's going to be a total of 2 lore here. So she goes from 10 up to 12. Then she draws 2 cards. First card is Whirlpool. It's 4 costs, so that she can pay for it. Exert all opposing characters, so everyone is exerted, and they cannot ready at the start of their next turn, so we can't ready anyone here, which is not good. And then we also got Capsize. If you have 6 ink or less, so she's talking about Ursula, put the top 3 cards of your deck into your ink wall face down. Okay, so now she can pay for everything because she has 8 in her ink wall here. So that is not good for us, and we cannot ready everyone up right now. So it's back to our turn. We don't ready up the characters, but we can ready up our ink. All right, and then we're going to draw a card. We got a Magic Broom here. I don't think we want to play a tower right now. If we play this Mickey, you can do damage to the Gaston. He would do, if I played this Broom, he could do 3, but I don't think there's any point in doing that. Do we spend some points to draw a card? We're so close to 20. Don't know if I want to spend points right now to draw a card, but if we have our characters alive, we can quest for so much with the Sorcerer's Tower. Let's do it. We're going to spend 3 lore. We're going 15 down to 12. So we trade the effect here, which each player except Ursula can draw a card. So let's get a card here. Okay. Oh, we got the 4 cost Mickey Mouse that we're looking for. Okay, I think I'm going to get him down actually, and then we're not going to... yeah, okay, we're going to exert 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can play this 4 cost Mickey. So whenever he's in play, whenever one of your Broom characters is banished and a challenge, you may return that card to your hand, and we can reduce the cost to play each Broom by 1. Okay, and then do we want to put down some ink right here? No, I'm worried if we get like, I don't know, tsunami or something like that to knock off all of our characters. So we're just gonna hang on here. We just have the Mickey in play, and maybe that's not the best play there. It doesn't matter. Okay, that's gonna end our turn. We're gonna pass it over to Ursula. So she's going to ready up. No star turn effects. Then resolve the row. Try gets 1 lore, and then Gaston's gonna quest for 1. So 2 more lore. She goes from 12 to 14. 2 cards here. We just gotta survive this. First card is Crushing Wave. Deal 2 damage to each opposing character, and it's 4, so she can pay for it. So 2 damage on Mickey, 2 damage on this Magic Broom, 2 damage on this Yen Sid, and then 2 will kill this Broom. And then, you know what I just realized? Mickey's effect says whenever a Broom character is banished in a challenge, you may return it to your hand. But this is not a challenge, it's like just damage. So that would knock out the Broom. It does not return to our hand. And actually, this Mickey is definitely way better in PvP. Yeah, and then the 2 damage will hit Yen Sid, so Yen Sid gets knocked out here as well, so he's defeated. Then her last card, hopefully we can survive this 4 cost Tamato. It does come into play. When we play this character, they post in players together to choose an item or location of theirs and banish it. We don't have an item or location, so we don't have to do anything. It comes in with 3 attack and 6 health, and it would quest for 2, but it doesn't activate right now. Okay, it's back to our turn. I think we have the win here. So we're going to ready up all of our characters. And then the ink on Mickey has dried, so everyone can activate. We ready up all our ink here as well. Okay, then we're going to draw a card. We got a Broom. Okay, we got a cheap Broom here too, which is good. So we're going to, let's ink this Mickey here. And then we're going to exert 3. So 1, 2, 3. So we can play the Sorcerer's Tower as our location. So every character that's at the Sorcerer Tower is going to have +1 quest. And then brooms here can move here for free. So we're going to move this Magic Broom over to the Sorcerer's Tower for free. And then we're going to also, we're going to use 2 right here to move another character, right? So we have to pay 2 costs to move a character to Sorcerer Tower. So we're going to use 2 here, and then that will move Mickey also to the Sorcerer's Tower. And then, let me see. And then we can use Mickey's effect, which reduces the cost to play each broom by 1. So we can play this broom here for free, because it's now 0 cost. And this broom, which is 2 costs, is now only 1 cost, so with Mickey's effect. So we can exert 1 ink to play this broom here for 1. Okay, so the ink is still going to be drying on these 2 brooms, so they cannot quest or anything. But since we now have 3 brooms in play, which is more than 2, Yen Sid is going to get +2 quest. So he can now quest here for 3. So we're going to exert him to give us 3 quests. That'll bring us from 12 up to 15. Then, since Mickey is at the Sorcerer's Tower, he gets +1 quest. So he's questing for 2 + 1, which is going to be 3 as well. That'll bring us from 15 up to 18. And then this broom here is also at the Sorcerer's Tower, so he gets that +1 quest. He's going to quest here for 1 + 1, which is 2. And that'll bring us from 18 up to 20. And there we go. We got it. That was pretty fun. So that was Ursula's expansion here. Deep. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, this is the a Dark Realm difficulty normal mode, and we just rushed it through. And I think, I mean, yeah, I think definitely a lot of the PvP cards that, like, Mickey Mouse was so good for us in PvP because players could not challenge the brooms, or if they challenge the brooms and defeat the brooms, then the brooms would come back to my hand. But right here against Ursula, she's not really challenging our characters. She banishes them by stuff like Crushing Wave and just doing straight damage to them, which will bypass Mickey's effect to return the brooms to our hand. But yeah, that was tons of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that gameplay. And you know what? I think that was super duper short. So why don't we actually try another game? Yeah, we'll do a double header here. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but let's just do another game here. And I think I definitely want to change some of the cards in this deck to better fit Ursula. I think putting back in, I took out Benja because he was not useful in PvP, but I think having a card that gets rid of an item like Benja and he can quest for 2 is really, really good against this Trident here. Because in PvP, I don't want to quest every single turn, but against Ursula, I want to always quest my characters, it seems like, since her characters don't really attack my characters. But yeah, what else does she have coming up? She had the contract. She had Magic against Spoken, so she wouldn't really have done anything next turn either. I don't know where her tsunamis and stuff were. But yeah, okay, let's shuffle her up. We're going to try one more game here. And we'll see how it goes. I feel like I got pretty lucky for this game as well. Okay, so we're going to reset everything. She's drawing 2 cards per turn. She has 0 lore. I'm going to shuffle up her scenario deck. And we got a Trident up here. Alright, so we're going to try normal mode again here. And we're going to shuffle up our deck a little bit more. Alright. Oh, and let's reset our lore back down to 0. Alright, let's try this again, see what happens. Okay, so Ursula's going to take the first turn now. She's going to ready up all her cards. They're already ready. Set effects happen. There are none. Resolve the row. Exert the Trident. She gets 1 lore. Goes up to 1. Then she's going to draw 2 cards. And the first card we reveal is Ursula's Contract. So opposing players cannot use background abilities. So none of these abilities for while this item is in play. As of her next turn, we banish this item and then she gets 3 lore. Then she also gets Jet Sam, which is a 2-cost character with 5 attack and 3 life. But she cannot pay for it because she has nothing in her inkwell, so this will go into the inkwell face down. Okay, and it's our turn. We're going to draw up to her hand size here of 7. We got a 1-cost broom. We got Yen Sid again here. So, I mean, that's exactly what we want on turn 1 and turn 2, having a 1-cost broom and Yen Sid. So we definitely want to save that. I think we can say, let's see. Oh, Merlin could be really good for late game to help get us some lore. But I don't think we need him now. We definitely don't need the 6-cost broom right now. I like the 2-cost broom. I like the 3-cost broom here as well. So I think we can mulligan. Let's mulligan these 3 cards right here. And shout out to Professor Kid again for telling me how to mulligan. So in Lorcana to mulligan, we put the 3 cards that, or all the cards you want to mulligan on the bottom of your deck. Draw back up to your hand side. So we're drawing 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, we got these tower here again, which is crazy. Okay, and then we shuffle up our deck. Okay, yeah, I kind of want to see what would happen if I didn't get that combo the first turn, because we might get crushed by Ursula if we didn't get that. But yeah, we've been getting the combo here, so okay, so that's gonna shuffle up our deck, and then our turn we draw a card. We got another tower, so I think I'm gonna keep both here in case she gets rid of the location somehow. So let's put Hey in as ink. So we're gonna ink it, and then we're going to exert 1 ink so we can play the 1-cost Magic Broom here. And since the ink is drying on the broom, it cannot do anything. So we're gonna pass it back over to Ursula. It's gonna be Ursula's turn. So we're gonna ready up all our cards. Start turn effects happen with the set. So Ursula's contract gets discarded, and then she gets 3 lore. So she goes from 1 up to 4. Then resolve the row. Exert the trident, 1 lore. She goes up to 5 here. Then she draws 2 cards. So this is already going crazier than last game. Review the first one is Tentacle Swipe. And I'm super lucky because this card is super terrible, but it's 2 cost. She has 1 in the ink wall, so it goes face down. She cannot play the ink swipe. That's huge for us. We've got Hey A, which is 3 cost, only 2 in the ink wall. She cannot play it. I think I am lucking out here again. Okay, so it's back to our turn. We're going to ready up all of our cards and then draw a card. Starting our turn. So we got another big broom here. And we definitely want to play Yen Sid. I think we can put this, we're going to ink this 6-cost broom, and we're going to exert 2 ink so we can play our 2-costed Yen Sid here. When he enters play, if you have a character named Magic Broom, which we do, we can draw a card. And then he is dry inking, or his ink is drying, so we can't do anything with him, but this broom is going to quest for 1. That brings from 0 up to 1. So we're on the board now. That's going to end our turn. We're going to pass it over to Ursula. She's going to ready up. Set effects, there are none. And then resolve the row. Exert the trident. She gets 1 lore, goes from 5 to 6. Then she draws 2 cards. Review the first one is Jafar. He's 7 costs, cannot play him, goes into the inkwell. And then we got Typhoon, which is 5 costs. She has 4, so this goes in inkwell as well. She cannot pay for it. Okay, and she is whiffing hard this game. Okay, so it's back to our turn. We're going to ready up all our characters, and we're going to draw a card. And we got a Mickey here. So I definitely want to get the 3-cost broom down. And I mean, I don't think we're going to do much damage here. We're just trying to beat her with the lore. So let's ink this 3-cost Strength of a Raging Tree. Exert 3 ink. So we can play our 3-cost Magic Broom here. The ink on this broom is going to be drying. But with the 2 brooms in play, Jensen gets plus 2 quests. So now he can quest here for 3. That brings from 1 up to 4. And we're going to have this broom quest for 1. That brings from 4 up to 5. And right now, we have to make the decision if I want to use a player ability to draw a card. I don't know how quickly I can get quest here. If I play the tower, next turn we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Brings it up to 12. And then we could win the turn right after. So, oh man, but if she gets some card that destroys our field, then I would definitely want to draw. You know what? We're going to hang on here. We're not going to take the draw. So let's end our turn. We're going to, oh, we don't ready up our characters. That's a different game. Okay, so we're going to pass it over to Ursula. So she's going to ready up all of her cards. So our turn effects, there are none. Resolve the row. Exert the trident. She gets 1 lore, goes up to 7. Draws 2 cards with her hand size. Review all the cards. First one is Typhoon. Okay, so there's 5 cards here, so she can't pay for it. Return all opposing 0 characters to your player's hands. So instead I keep calling Merlin, and Magic Broom come back to her hand here because they were exerted. Then she has 1 more card, which is 6-cost Riptide. She has 5 here, so it cannot enter play. It goes into the ink wall. Okay, it's back to our turn. We're gonna ready up our ink and then draw a card. We got Elsa here. I'm not sure how many copies Ursula has of a lot of the cards, but it's good to get Yensid back because he can draw another card. So let's go ahead and exert 2 here first. So we can play 2 cost Yensid. When it enters play, since we have a broom, we can draw a card. Oh, we got our Mickey here again. Okay. So we can get this Mickey next turn. She still has no characters out here. Okay, we're going to, I think we can put this Elsa down. We're going to ink this Elsa. And then we can exert 2 here. So we can get down a 2 cost broom. Then the ink is drying on the Yensid in this broom, but this broom can quest here for 1. That brings from 5 to 6. And we definitely don't need the draw anymore because we have so many cards in our hand. So I think we're good. Okay, that's going to end our turn. We're going to pass it back over to Ursula. She readies up, exert the Trident, draw, gain 1 lore, and she has no set effects. She's going to draw 2, and we're going to review both cards. First one is Ursula's Contract, so we can't use the Battleground abilities this turn, and then as her next turn, we banish this card. She gets 3 lore. We also got 3 cost Choppy Waters. Deal 2 damage to the highest cost character each opposing player has in play. There's a tie. Oh, no, 3 cost is going to be our highest character, this Magic Broom, so 2 damage to the Broom here. Which is fine by me. Okay, that's going to end her turn. We're going to ready up our cards. And we're going to draw a card here. We got Captain Hook. So I'm tempted to play. We'll play a Sorcerer Tower here. We can quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which will bring us up to 14. I think we go for that. And then we can save the Mickey and everything else in our hand in case she wipes our field. So we're going to exert 3 here. 1, 2, 3. We're going to play the Sorcerer Tower down. Then we're going to ink this Captain Hook. Actually, yeah, let's ink the Captain Hook here. And then we can spend 2 to move a character here. So we're going to move Yensid here to the Sorcerer's Tower. Then all your brooms can move to the Sorcerer's Tower for free. So we're going to move both of these brooms here. So now every character is currently in the Sorcerer's Tower. So characters at the Sorcerer's Tower get +1 quest. So this broom now has 2 quests. He's going to quest for 2. That brings from 6 up to 8. This broom quests for 2 as well. That will bring us from 8 up to 10. And a Yensid gets +2 quests because there are 2 brooms in play. So he has 3, plus this one is going to be 4. So he's going to quest for 4. That'll bring us from 10 up to 14. And we are super close to the finish line here again. Hopefully Ursula just gets some characters. Okay, that's going to end our turn. We're going to pass it over to Ursula. She's going to ready up all of her cards. Then start turn effects happen. Ursula's Contract, it gets discarded and she gets 3 lore. So she goes from 8 up to 11. Then resolve the row, exert the Trident. She gets 1 lore, goes from 11 to 12. She draws 2 cards here. And the first card is Prince Eric. He has Bodyguard, so he enters play exerted. He's 1 cost, so he can enter play, 2 attack, and 5 life. Come in exerted. And then we got Magic of Spell, 3 cost character with 4 attack, 4 life. It would quest for 2 when it does quest, but it doesn't activate this turn. Okay, and it's back to our turn. And we have enough to hit the finish line here. So we're going to ready up all of our characters, which are also at the Sorcerer's Tower. Ready up all of our ink. And we're going to draw a card here. Okay. And then let's go ahead and get this awesome Mickey down, I guess. So we're going to exert 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to play this Wayward Sorcerer Mickey. And then we're going to exert, well, he reduced the cost of all our brooms by 1. So this broom is now 0. We can play this broom here. And then we're going to exert 1 to play this 2 cost broom, which is only 1 now. So we got all this out, but all their ink is still drying. But these characters can still quest here. So this broom's going to quest for 2 with the +1 from Sorcerer's Tower. Brings from 14 up to 16. This broom will quest for another 2. Bring us from 16 up to 18. And a Yensid can quest for 4 again because there's so many brooms in play, plus the Sorcerer's Tower, and that will bring us from 18 up to 20. And there we go again. We just got Ursula in normal mode again. I hope you guys enjoyed that gameplay. And you know what? This is gonna be crazy. We're gonna try her in hard mode now. I feel like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like we got really lucky again, but yeah, we're just gonna try her in hard mode. So I have the layer right here, and I don't expect to be able to take her down here. There's no way, right? So but right now the luck is really good. So we're gonna do the layer, which is the battleground for the hard mode difficulty, and Ursula draws one more card each turn. So let's go ahead and set her draw at 3, and then we're gonna reset everything here. So set this back to 0. We're going to shuffle up all the cards here in our deck. And I feel like we are just getting super duper lucky right now against Ursula. And while we have this luck, let's go ahead and take her on another difficulty level. So we shuffle up our deck. And I mean, I think drawing 3 cards from the beginning is going to be the end of us here. All right. So the player abilities here says we can spend 1 lore. They're different now. Each difficulty you go up. So now we can spend 1 lore to do 1 damage to a chosen character. We can spend 2 lore to ready a chosen character, or we can spend 3 lore, and each player except Ursula puts a top card of their deck into their inkwell face down and exerted. Okay, I feel like the ability to ready a chosen character is huge because we can ready up one of our characters and like have them quest again or something like that, like a Yen Sid. Okay, so we did our shuffle. Let's shuffle up. Oh, Ursula's gonna keep her trident out here in play. Let me shuffle these cards here. All right, so we got the scenario deck. She's gonna be 3, 0, and then shrines in play. We're gonna have 0 lore to start off. All right, and Ursula takes the first turn. So ready up, set, nothing there. Resolve the row, exert this. She gets 1 lore, and she's gonna draw 3 cards now with that 3-card hand size. This could be brutal. I think she's definitely way easier in a solo than in multiplayer because, like I said before, we still have never defeated her in multiplayer, even on the easiest mode, right? I was playing a normal just now. Now we're doing hard, but even in easy mode, we could not take her down in multiplayer. So we're going to review the 3 cards here. Lash Out, 2 costs. She cannot pay for it. It goes into the inkwell. Then we got Anna, who is 6 costs. Cannot pay for it. Goes into the inkwell. And then we got 2 costs Bruno Magico. When we play this character, each opposing character puts the top 3 cards of their deck into their discard. So 1, 2, 3. We lose these cards here. And then let's see, he's just 2 costs, 4 attack, and 4 life. Okay, so it's our turn now. We're going to draw up to our hand size here of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh man, okay, this is crazy. So we got the 1 cost Broom. We got Yen Sid again. So that's what we want the most. I think we keep Friends on the other side to potentially draw more cards. Evasive does nothing for us. I think we definitely want another Broom here. So let's mulligan these 3 cards right here, and we're going to draw 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to shuffle up our deck. So we're kind of getting the same start every single game here, which is good for us. I'm not complaining. I did want to show you guys like some different gameplay though, but we're just gonna keep on doing what works. I do have 3 copies of the Yen Sid, so that's good. I do want to try to get a 4th copy of him because we are allowed 4 copies of a character in a deck, so that would make this deck even more consistent. Okay. So it's our turn with 7 cards. We're going to draw now. We got a 3-cost Broom, which is great. Let's go ahead and ink Pascal here, and we're going to exert 1 ink so we can play our 1-cost Broom. That's my favorite start here. The ink is drying on him, so he cannot do anything. So we're passing over to Ursula. She readies up. Set, there are no start turn effects, and then exert everything. So gains 1 lore. Bruno is going to quest here for 1, so it's going to be 2 lore. She goes from 1 up to 3. Then she's going to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and the first card here is Bruno Magico again. It comes into play. We discard top 3 cards of our deck. 1, 2, 3. And then same thing with the 4 attack, 4 life. We get another card, which is 4 cost Tamatoa. She does not have 4 in inkwell, so this goes face down in the inkwell. Last card is 6 cost Lightning Storm, so cannot pay for it. It goes into inkwell. Back to our turn, we're going to ready up, and we draw a card. Oh, we got our Wayward Sorcerer here, which is awesome. Okay. So he's going to help us play brooms really cheap. What do we want to do? We want to get Yensid down here and draw a card. Which broom do we save? Or do we ink Pascal here? I think I can ink Pascal. I don't think we need them, even though it's 1 cost. Yeah, we're going to ink this Pascal. We're going to exert 2. So we can play good old Merlin again. And since there is a broom in play, when we play Merlin, we can draw a card. And then Merlin's ink is drying, so we can't do anything. But this broom is going to quest here for 1 for us. So I'll bring us on the board, going up to 1 lore. That's going to end in our turn. We're going to pass it over to Ursula. She raises up all of her characters. Set effects, there are none. Resolve the row. 1 lore, 2 lore, 3 lore. She goes from 3 up to 6. Then she's going to draw 3 cards again. 1, 2, 3. First card, Ursula's Contract. So we cannot use background abilities. So we can't use this right now. I saw your next turn, or her next turn banishes the item and she gets 3 lore. Then she's going to get Magic Dose spell. So 3 cost character. So she can't pay for it because she has 4 in inkwell with 4 attack, 4 life, and then 2 quest. Last character, another Ursula's Contract. Okay, so same thing as this. So she's going to get minimum 6 there. She goes up to 12. They're going to quest 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so we're going to be right under 20. Okay, that is pretty bad. All right, that's going to end her turns. Back to our turn. Let's ready up all of our characters here. And then we're going to draw a card. We got a cheap broom, which I like a lot. Do we play? I think we play a broom here. Yeah, we need a broom because we want Yensid to quest here for a lot. So we're gonna play a 3 cost broom, I think. Okay, wait, let's calculate this. If we have Mickey out, the turn after we can have 5. I think we want Maleficent here for the draw. For sure. These brooms have more hit points. Should I get out the 2 cost? Let's see, each one of these brooms would be 2. So we could play a 2 broom and then play Maleficent. Okay, let's go ahead and ink. We're going to ink the 2 cost broom here. And we're going to exert 3. So we can play a 3 cost broom. Let's do... We're going to do this Magic Broom. No, actually... Here, let's do this Magic Broom. So this one says when you play this character, chosen character gains resist 1 until the start of your next turn. Let's give Yensid here resist 1 until the start of our next turn. So damage dealt to him is going to be reduced by 1. Now we have 2 brooms in play. Yensid has +2 quests. He's going to quest for 3. That'll bring us from 1 up to 4. This broom will quest for 1. That'll bring us from 4 up to 5. And then this ink is drying on this broom, so he can't do anything. And man, we're going to get wiped by like a tsunami or something if she gets it. We play Mickey. Yeah, I mean, we just gotta rush and hope that we get lucky again. Okay, that's gonna end our turn. So it's Ursula's turn. She raises up all of her cards. And then start turn effects happen. Both the contracts trigger here. So she's gonna get 3 lore for each one. That's a total of 6. I'll bring her from 6 up to 12. Then exert every character. So Trident's 1 lore, Bruno's 1, Bruno's 1. Magic of the spell is 2. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Goes from 12 up to 17. Then she draws 3 cards here. 2, 3. First one is going to be Ursula's Contract again, so no background abilities again. Then we got Choppy Waters. Deal 2 damage to highest cost character each opposing character player has in play. So highest cost is our Magic Broom here, so he's going to take 2 damage. So maybe I should have given him the resist 1, but I gave it to Yensid, which is okay. And our last card is going to be 5 cost Typhoon. She cannot pay for it, so fortunately this goes into the inkwell for us. Okay. Back to our turn. Let's ready up. And we're going to draw a card. Got 6 cost broom. Okay. Yensid's going to quest here first. He's going to quest for 3 because we have 2 brooms in play, so he gets that +2 quest. That brings from 5 up to 8 here. Okay, I think if I can just live one more turn, it'll be big, but I don't know if we can do that. Okay, let's use the player ability here to ready a chosen character. We can spend 2 lore, so we spend 2 going from 8 down to 6 to ready up a chosen character. Let's ready up Yensid. And Yensid can quest again for 3. That brings from 6 up to 9. And each specific ability we can only use 1 time, so we cannot use that one again. For this turn, I mean. So next turn we can use it again. And then we're going to have this broom here quest for 1. That brings from 9 up to 10. This broom is going to quest for 1 as well. That brings from 10 up to 11. Okay. Then, oh, if I could, maybe I should have used this last turn to get Mickey down. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, let's ink. We're going to ink this 6-cost broom here. And we're going to exert 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can play our 4-cost Mickey, the Wayward Sorcerer. So now you pay 1 less for each broom character. We're going to put this broom down here for free because it's a 1-cost broom. Okay, and the next turn we can quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll get us so close, but not quite to the finish line here. Yeah, I think that's all we can do right now. And we just got to hope that, because Ursula can just change this game in 1 turn. Okay, that's going to end our turn. We're going to pass over to her. She's going to ready up all of her cards. And then side effects will happen, which is just a contract here. Oh, wait. Sorry, guys. The contract was in place, so I made a player mistake here. The contract says that we cannot use background abilities, so we could not use that ability to ready up Yensid. So when we did that, we spent 2 and Yensid quested for 3, which gave us a net total of 1 extra lore. So our lore should actually stay at 10 because I was not allowed to. I'm not allowed to do that during my turn. Yeah, so we should have just been at 10. Yensid would have never readied up after we used the quest the first time. Okay, so the contract is going to trigger here. It gets this card. She gets 3 lore. So she goes from 17 up to 20 now. Now she's at 20 lore. Her hand size goes up 1, so it's now going to be 4. Okay, then we exert everything. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5 because magic is a spell. Quest for 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so she goes from 20 up to 25 here. Then she's going to draw 4 cards here, which is brutal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Review them. First one, Triton's Daughters, 0-cost character with 2 attack, 3 life. We got Mad Hatter, 2-cost character with 3 attack and 5 life. We got Triton's Daughters again. Okay, this is good. And then we got Capsize, 3 costs. It says if you have 6 ink or less, so for Ursula, put the top 3 cards of your deck into your inkwell face down. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so she's going to get top 3 cards into her inkwell. 1, 2, 3. So now Ursula has 8 cards in inkwell. I think she can pretty much pay for everything here. So that is looking kind of scary now. Okay, so that's going to end her turn. It's back to us. We're going to ready back up. And we pretty much need to get our location here to win. I don't know if we can get it. So we're going to draw a card now. Okay, we got Hey. I think, okay, if we all quest here, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can use this thing, have Yensid quest again, which could be 9. Then we're short 1. If I had the goat, that would be perfect. None of these characters can quest when they're played. We need to draw. So I think we sing Friends on the other side here. So right here, this card says a character with cost 3 or more can sing this song for free if they exert. Let's exert our Magic Broom here. So they can sing Friends on the other side here for free, where we can draw 2 cards now. Come on. Oh, we got the location. Okay. Is that game with the location? Okay, we definitely just get it down here. So let's exert 3. 1, 2, 3. So we can play our Sorcerer's Tower here. And then brooms all move here for free. So we can move both of these brooms here. These 1-cost brooms go in there for free. And then I think we pay 2 to move Yensid there. And we definitely have it. So we're going to, we have not inked this turn. So let's go ahead and ink Hey right here. And then we're going to exert 2 with effect of Sorcerer's Tower to move Yen Sid over to Sorcerer's Tower. So now every character other than Mickey is going to be at the Sorcerer's Tower, so they all get +1 lore. Okay, so we're going to have this broom quest here for 2. That'll bring us from 10 up to 12. This broom is going to quest here for 2 as well. That'll bring us from 12 up to 14. And then Yen Sid here has +2 quests because there's more than 2 brooms in play. So he has 3. +1 at the Sorcerer's Tower, he has 4. So he's going to quest here for 4, which will bring us from 14 up to 18. Then we can actually use this ability here to ready chosen character by spending 2 lore. So now we're going to spend 2 lore, bring from 18 down to 16. That will ready Yen Sid back up. We're going to overkill here. We're going to have Mickey quest for 2. That will bring us from 16 up to 18. And Yen Sid's going to quest here for 4 again, which will bring us from 18 up to 22, which is over 20. So we have officially taken down Ursula here on hard mode. And yeah, with the layer as a battleground. And I mean, yeah, that is crazy. I don't know what is going on. Yeah, I mean, I can't even take her down once again, guys, in easy mode in multiplayer. But we have just taken her down. I think hopefully we played everything there correctly. But yeah, I think I've just been getting super lucky. She got to 25 lore. On her next one, she would be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. So she went out to 33, and then we have 1 extra turn to try to win. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long that took. I feel like these games are actually pretty short. This is actually a pretty quick and fun, lighthearted type of like solo game to play, and it was really fun in multiplayer as well. I definitely recommend you guys checking out Lorcana if you haven't already. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely want to try her in extreme. I think that she would destroy me in extreme, but we definitely got to change the deck. I think take out some PvP stuff and put in more stuff that's specifically for Ursula, like just teching for her, I think would be the best play. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next one.